Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive into something truly mind-blowing?
I'm excited.
Today we are exploring AI and 3D modeling,
Oh, yeah. That NVIDIA thing.
specifically how it's going to completely change the game.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Big time. We're looking at a video today from 2 Minute Papers.
Love that channel.
It highlights a new AI from NVIDIA that is causing some serious buzz.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of cool stuff right now with AI.
The AI is generating complex 3D models, not from like human effort,
Right.
but from text prompts.
Yeah, you just tell it what you want.
I know.
It just makes it,
It's crazy.
it's wild.
So like in the video, they use the example of a gold rush town.
Right, and it just builds it all.
Yeah. Buildings, wagons, even like little nuggets of gold.
Everything.
All from just typing it out.
Just like that.
Now, I know you might be thinking,
Kind of like a dolly, right?
text to image already exists. What's the big deal?
Right.
But this isn't just flat pictures.
No.
This is full-fledged 3D, ready to go. Drop it into a video game or a virtual world. You name it.
Exactly. Ready to be used.
And the speed is what blows me away.
Oh, it's insane.
Like traditional 3D modeling, that can take hours or even days per object.
Yeah, you'd be sitting there for ages.
This AI pumps them out in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, like ridiculously fast.
2 minutes. It takes me longer to decide what to eat in the morning.
Seriously.
It's amazing.
It is.
Like,
but how is this even possible?
Yeah, how?
So at its core, it uses a diffusion model.
Correct.
Imagine you're starting with just pure digital noise, like TV static.
Okay. I'm picturing it.
And the AI can gradually refine that noise,
Okay.
guided by the text prompt, until a recognizable 3D shape emerges.
Whoa, so it's like Michelangelo chipping away at marble, but with an algorithm?
Right, like a robot Michelangelo.
Yeah.
But wait, there's another layer to this.
Okay.
It doesn't just build one view of the object.
Right.
It generates multiple perspectives simultaneously.
Like having cameras all around it.
Exactly.
Oh, so it's understanding the object's true 3D form.
Yes.
Not just a single facade.
Yep, the whole thing.
I get it.
And then, to get even more detail,
Okay.
it uses upscaling.
Upscaling.
Yeah, you know how you can take a blurry photo and make it sharper?
Oh, yeah?
Same idea here, but it's with 3D geometry.
So you end up with super crisp models.
Exactly.
They talked about that in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. That training the AI on more views, like 8 instead of 4,
Yeah.
noticeably improves the quality.
The more it sees,
Yeah.
the better it gets.
Like the AI is getting a better understanding of the object
yeah, it's like us.
from all the different angles.
Needs to see it from all sides.
That's fascinating.
It is pretty cool.
Okay, so this is blowing my mind already.
It's a lot to take in.
But is it all hype?
Wow.
Are there any limitations?
I mean, there are some limitations.
What did it do yet?
Well, right now it's mostly about the shape
Okay.
and basic colors. Think of it like creating a model out of plain plastic.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't yet do the complex textures
That's
or the
right.
material properties.
So like no shiny metallic reflections yet.
Not yet.
Or wood grain.
That's still being worked on.
It's coming though.
Oh, yeah, they're working on it.
Okay.
But even with these limitations,
Yeah.
the potential is insane.
I can only imagine.
Imagine a world where anyone,
Anyone.
regardless of skill,
Okay.
can bring their ideas to life in 3D.
Like giving everyone the keys to a digital workshop.
Exactly.
What happens then?
That'd be huge.
What happens when 3D modeling isn't just for specialists anymore?
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
It could empower independent creators,
Totally.
revolutionize education,
Yeah. The classroom changes completely.
but even change how we design everything,
everything.
from everyday products to cities.
Wow.
It's not just the tech itself, you know?
Right.
It's how it changes the whole creative landscape.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
This is big.
It is.
We've only just started talking about it.
Just scratch the surface.
And it's already clear that this is more than just a cool trick.
Oh, yeah.
This is a turning point.
I think so.
And speaking of turning points,
Yeah.
the video also mentioned MeshGPT briefly.
Oh, yeah. That's interesting.
It's another AI doing big things in the 3D world.
Totally different approach.
What's that one all about?
So MeshGPT is fascinating because it tackles a different part of 3D modeling.
Okay.
Instead of creating from scratch,
Right.
it focuses on real-time editing
Okay.
and manipulation of existing models.
Oh, so instead of building something new,
Yeah.
it's like taking something that's already there and changing it.
Exactly.
So like a digital sculpting tool.
Yeah, kind of.
Instead of manually adjusting things, you could just intuitively like push and pull the model
In real time.
real time.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. And does it work?
Oh, yeah.
The AI can actually offer suggestions.
Like a design assistant.
So say you're building a character.
Yeah.
It could analyze what you're doing.
Right.
And they'd be like, hey, how about you try this?
Make this better.
Like make the clothes flow better.
Yeah, or add some details to the face.
Okay, now you're making me really think. We've got this NVIDIA AI that's insanely fast at building from scratch.
Right.
And then we've got Mesh GPT that's like this real-time artist.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when you combine those?
Now that's the question.
What could you even do?
You could rapidly prototype with text prompts,
Okay.
then just go right into detailed sculpting and refinement.
It changes
The
everything.
whole process.
Wow, this is starting to feel like science fiction.
I know, right?
But it's happening now.
It's real.
I can't believe it.
It's pretty wild.
But before we get ahead of ourselves,
Yeah.
let's take a step back
Okay.
and really understand the core of all of this.
The foundation.
All this AI magic.
Mhm.
It's all based on some seriously complicated stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's complicated.
Algorithms and data.
All the data.
Let's unpack how these AIs actually learn and create.
Yeah, let's break it down.
Let's get into that next time.
Sounds good.
Welcome back, everyone. So we've seen what these AIs can do.
It's pretty amazing, right?
It really is.
Yeah.
But I'm still trying to wrap my head around the how. The how is the tricky part. Yeah, it feels like magic.
It kind of is.
But there's got to be like a logical explanation.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Right.
So the magic is in machine learning.
Machine learning.
Basically, these AIs are trained on tons of data,
Okay.
existing 3D models, images, that kind of thing.
So they're learning from what's already out there.
Exactly. They learn to recognize patterns, relationships. It's all about understanding what makes a 3D object, well, 3D.
So it's like showing a kid a bunch of pictures of cars
Yeah,
until they can point one out in any photo.
that's the basic idea.
Okay, so they're learning by example.
Right, but on a much bigger scale.
Right, of course.
These AIs are analyzing shapes, lines, textures, all as data.
And then they can make new stuff.
Right. Not just recognize, but actually generate new 3D forms.
So they're not just copying, they're actually learning.
Exactly. It's like the difference between memorizing a speech
Okay.
and actually understanding the language.
So they can speak 3D.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's wild.
It's pretty cool.
So how does it actually work?
How do they go from data to a model?
Yeah, it's not like they have tiny robot hands sculpting pixels.
No tiny robots.
Right.
It's all algorithms.
Algorithms.
Remember those diffusion models we talked about?
The starting with noise thing.
Exactly. That's key.
Okay.
So the AI starts with a random blob of 3D data.
Like a formless blob.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Then, guided by the text prompt
Mm.
and its own knowledge,
Okay.
it refines that noise until a shape emerges.
So it's like sculpting, but digitally.
Yeah, a digital Michelangelo.
I like that analogy.
And these diffusion models are powerful.
How so?
They can create really detailed stuff.
Even with just a simple description.
Even with just a few words. It's
Um,
pretty impressive.
But how do you make them look real?
The textures and materials.
Yeah, that was a limitation we talked about before.
That's where it gets even more cutting edge.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
They're using something called neural rendering.
Neural rendering.
Basically, it's another AI,
Okay.
but this one is trained to understand how light works.
Lights.
Yeah, how light interacts with the different surfaces.
Oh, I see.
So instead of just a flat color,
Right.
the AI learns how light bounces and reflects all that.
It gives the object a real feel.
Exactly. It's like a physics lesson for the AI.
That's
And the results are incredible.
what have they achieved?
We're seeing models that not only have the right shape,
Right.
but also look real because of the light.
Wow. It's like they exist in the real world.
It's taking it to a whole other level.
It's not just building a shape anymore.
Nope.
It's making it feel real.
That's the goal.
That's amazing.
It's pretty cool, right?
So we've got these AI artists. Yeah. But how do we talk to them?
That's where the different inputs come in.
Inputs.
Yeah, like the NVIDIA one uses text prompts,
Right.
but others use images, sketches, even 3D scans.
So if I want like a spaceship,
Mm-hmm.
I could describe it.
Yep.
Or I could like sketch it out,
Exactly. The AI figures it out
whether it's words or pixels.
and turns it into 3D.
Wow. A creative dialogue with an AI?
That's what it is.
That's incredible.
It's just the beginning, though.
What do you mean?
As they get better, they'll understand us even more.
Not just copying.
They'll capture our creative vision.
Wow, that's deep.
It is pretty amazing.
So what are researchers working on now?
What's next? Well, one big thing is speed.
It's already pretty fast.
2 minutes is fast.
Yeah.
But they want real-time,
Real-time creation?
Imagine sculpting in 3D, just like that.
That would change everything.
It would be incredible.
Your thoughts would just appear.
It would be amazing.
What else are they working on?
Complexity is another big one.
Complexity.
Yeah, right now it's mostly static objects.
Right.
But imagine characters that move
Oh,
or environments that change.
that's the next level.
Games, movies, simulations, all of it.
It would be amazing.
It would change everything.
And what about the Holy Grail?
The Holy Grail.
Yeah, like the ultimate goal.
Oh, you mean AI that creates from anything?
Yeah, like sound or even emotions,
That's the dream, isn't it?
turning feelings into 3D forms.
Just a long way off.
But they're working on it.
Oh, yeah, it's coming.
This is all so exciting.
It's a crazy time to be alive.
We've gone from the basics to the future.
From how they learn to what they can do.
It's been quite a journey.
It has.
And in part 3,
Yes.
we'll explore how all of
There's
this
amazing stuff.
is going to transform everything.
Think entertainment to healthcare.
It's going to be a wild ride.
Buckle up.
Okay, are you ready to talk about what this could all change?
I am. This is where it gets really interesting.
I know, we've talked about the how, but now it's time for the what?
Exactly. What can this revolutionize?
Everything.
Pretty much.
Okay, well, let's start with entertainment.
Always a good place to start.
Movies, games, virtual worlds, all that.
And imagine the special effects you could create.
Blockbusters would look like, I don't know.
Yeah, child's play.
Exactly.
Filmmakers could create entire scenes just from some text.
So instead of months of work.
Yeah, it could all be done so fast.
Wow.
It would free them up to focus on story and characters.
That's what's important.
Let the AI handle the visuals.
Right. And it could be even better than what we can do now.
Oh, yeah. Way more intricate, complex simulations.
Things we can't even imagine right now.
Exactly.
Okay, so what about games?
Oh, man. Games would be crazy.
How so?
The environments could be like another character.
Okay.
AI could generate these huge worlds that are always changing.
So every time you play, it's different.
Exactly. No two playthroughs are the same.
Wow, and the developers could spend more time on the story and how the game plays.
Yeah, all the important stuff.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Okay, but what about VR?
VR is all about making you feel like you're really there.
Right, immersion.
Exactly. So imagine how real it could feel.
If the worlds were hyper-realistic.
Yeah, it could be hard to tell what's real and what's not.
It's kind of scary.
It is a little bit, but also amazing. Think about education.
Oh yeah, the possibilities are endless.
You could be in a historical simulation or a fantasy world.
And it would feel real.
Right.
That's powerful.
It is.
VR can change so much about our lives, and this AI stuff is a big part of that.
Okay, so we've talked about movies, games, VR. What else is there?
Well, what about design and architecture?
Okay, yeah. How would AI change that?
Architects could use AI to generate buildings that are super efficient.
Okay, like environmentally friendly?
Yeah, and functional, like maximizing natural light.
So buildings that are beautiful and good for the planet.
Exactly.
I like it. What about product design?
Oh, that's a huge one, too.
How so? Products could be designed for each person perfectly.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Like perfectly ergonomic chairs and stuff.
Exactly. Or
Yes.
imagine all the variations you could try.
Yeah, so many possibilities.
And with 3D printing becoming more popular,
Yeah, it's everywhere now.
it means we can manufacture things just for us.
Personalized everything.
Yeah, clothes, furniture, you name it.
Wow. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. What about things like healthcare?
Oh, yeah, huge potential there. I feel like that's an area where you need to be super precise.
Absolutely, and AI can help with that.
How so?
Imagine doctors being able to create 3D models
Of what?
of your body from medical scans
Wow.
so they can understand your condition better.
Oh, that's so much better than just like a flat image.
Exactly. And think about surgery.
Okay.
AI could plan it all out beforehand with incredible detail.
So, less risk.
Exactly. Better outcomes for patients.
That's awesome.
We might even have AI robots assisting in surgeries.
Whoa, the future is now. Okay, so this all sounds amazing. It is pretty amazing.
But there had to be challenges, right?
Of course, no technology is perfect.
So what are we up against?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is data.
Data.
These AIs need so much data to learn.
Like high-quality 3D models.
Tons of them.
And is that hard to get?
It can be, especially in areas like healthcare.
Because of privacy concerns.
Exactly. We need to be careful with that information.
Right, of course. So data is one challenge. What else?
Well, these AIs need a lot of power to run.
computational power.
Yeah, takes a lot of energy.
So we need to make them more efficient.
Exactly. So everyone can use them.
That makes sense?
And we need to make sure they're used for good.
That's important with any powerful technology.
We don't want any bias in the data or misuse.
We have to use them ethically.
I couldn't agree more. It's a powerful tool that needs to be handled with care.
This has been an amazing deep dive.
I agree. We've covered a lot.
We went from the nitty-gritty details to changing the world.
It's incredible to think about the potential.
It really is. And to everyone listening,
Yeah, pay attention to this.
AI 3D modeling is going to change everything.
It's going to be a wild ride.
Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey, and until next time.
See ya.